CBS Evening News. You can pick a single anchor. Who should the anchor of CBS Evening News be?
Oh my
Who anchors
gosh.
it now?
Yeah, I don't. That's a great question. That's actually a
it's
brilliant
John
question.
Dickerson and Maurice Dubois doing like a weird tag team.
See, that tells you, by the way, and we're not joking, everything you need to know about the nightly news.
No, of course.
We don't watch anymore.
But I'm telling you, you've got 5 million viewers like locked in. Who would you make the host of CBS Evening News? Anybody.
No.
They don't have to. They could be under contract.
Both of you. Literally any sentient human that doesn't hate conservatives and is.
Well, but do you want the host of CBS Evening News to be a conservative, or do you want to be a fair journalist?
They just can't hate us.
Just give me a journalist. Give me a journalist that will actually realize, for example, when a girl is stabbed on the subway, that you cover that story. Right. And that you cover it well and you talk about it when it happens and not give 0 minutes to that. When Donald Trump's approval rating goes up during the government shutdown, have someone that leads the news with that story, which is significant, and don't bury it and act like it didn't happen.
Is there any correspondent in television news today who you consider to be worthy of Walter Cronkite's seat? Anybody you can think of?
I can't even.
But there's a few that I like that are okay, that I like. Who is the pollster on NBC that
Kornacki?
I really like him. There's some people that I still like respect. It's not all a disaster. There's definitely some pieces here and there of people who are trying. But the problem is, and again, I think you also have to imagine Ben worked at CNN for a very long time. I worked at ABC and MSNBC and all these liberal spaces. The problem is we know what it's like behind the scenes. We know we know how whatever I say is however much you think they hate Republicans, it's so much more. They do not want us to exist. They don't want to have us in power. I can remember having conversations with people that I worked with where I was like, you have to have a conversation with someone who makes less than $100,000 a year. Yeah, that is your goal. You have to go out and talk to someone who is not going to the Hamptons on a helicopter every weekend. This is an issue. And it's such a siloed environment that even if you put the problem is, say you hire a great journalist, or a center right, center left person to come in, they're going to get hazed and abused and treated the way everybody who goes to these spaces, Catherine Herridge, Megyn Kelly, me, blah, blah, blah. The list is very long. And it's hard for me to believe that one person can completely change what is a huge culture problem in these spaces.
All right. So if you were both to give Bari one piece of advice, as hard as you think it'll be, what's one piece of advice you'd give her, Megyn?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I would also tell her to expand outside the free press bubble as well. I would just look for people in many different spaces to put on air. I don't even know what I would tell her to do, because I'm respectful to her, and this is not a knock at her. I think she is taking over as captain of the Titanic. I don't have a lot of faith.
All right, Ben, one piece of advice for Bari.
I'd have two. One, hire 5 conservatives so that you're not a token. And they better be people that actually Donald Trump has talked to and knows, not people that you claim are conservative. You need 5 real conservatives so they're not an island by themselves. And number 2, I would go in the news divisions and hire real journalists and get rid of your biased fake journalists that are there. I'd also make sure you send somebody to the White House that is a straight up and down journalist. I don't care if they're 70 or 21, someone that can reset for you, because that's part of your biggest issue.
I want to tell you about a group called the Vapor Technology Association. It's an organization started about a decade ago to protect the rights of Americans who choose alternatives to smoking, and about the small businesses who have made a living using this technology. They support science-based policies and the rights of adults to make healthier choices. Did you know that many family-owned vape shops and manufacturers across the country are now under attack thanks to what are outdated Biden-era regulations that threaten to wipe out an entire industry? The Vapor Technology Association, also known as VTA, says businesses are being destroyed and people are losing their jobs here in America. But the VTA says President Trump has a clear opportunity now to change all this and to protect Americans' right to make their own choices and to defend small businesses and restore a free and fair marketplace. Head over now to vaportechnology.org to learn more about the organization and why they are leading the charge to support American innovation in this field. And if their mission appeals to you while you're there, consider becoming a member of the group on the site. Again, that's vaportechnology.org. Tell them you heard about all this on Next Up.